My name is Anna. I am 19 years old. I live in a small house with my father, my stepmother, and my stepsister Sarah. My life was not always like this. When I was a child, my life was full of love. My mother was soft and caring. She sang to me at night and smiled at me every morning. I felt safe with her. But one day, she became very sick. She went to the hospital and never came back. I was only 6 years old. I did not understand everything, but I felt a deep emptiness inside my heart. After that, my father changed. He became quiet and tired. He worked all day and spoke very little. I missed his smile. I missed our happy home. 2 years later, my father married again. My stepmother came with her daughter Sarah. At first, I hoped things would become better. I thought maybe I would have a new mother and a sister. But slowly, I realized that things were different. My stepmother was kind to my father, but cold to me. Her voice was sharp when she spoke to me. Sarah did not talk to me much. She stayed busy with her phone and her friends. Soon, my daily life became full of work. I woke up early every morning. I cleaned the house, washed the dishes, and prepared food. Then I went to the market and carried heavy bags back home. My hands hurt, but I stayed silent. Sarah never helped. She woke up late, ate, and spent her day resting. My stepmother always gave her new clothes and pretty things. I wore old dresses again and again. One evening, I gathered courage and asked, "Can I have a new dress? Mine is very old." My stepmother laughed. "Why do you need a new dress? You don't go anywhere." Her words hurt me deeply. I looked down and said nothing. My father was sitting there, but he stayed quiet. Maybe he did not notice my pain. At night, I often sat near the window and looked at the sky. I thought about my mother. "I am trying to stay strong," I whispered. Tears came, but I wiped them quickly. Even with all the work, I still wanted to study. Books gave me peace. After finishing my chores, I read quietly. I believed one day my life would change. One day, my stepmother said, "There is a fair next week. Sarah will go." My father looked at me and said, "Anna, you should go too." I felt surprised and happy. Maybe I could enjoy one day outside. I asked softly, "Can I get a new dress?" My stepmother said quickly, "No. Wear what you have." My heart felt heavy, but I still decided to go. On the day of the fair, Sarah looked beautiful in a new dress. I wore my old one. It was simple and faded, but I tried my best to look neat. When we reached the fair, I was amazed. There were lights, music, and many people. It felt like a different world. Sarah walked confidently, and people noticed her. I stayed behind quietly. Then something unexpected happened. I accidentally bumped into someone. "I'm sorry," I said. "It's okay," a kind voice replied. I looked up and saw a young man with a gentle smile. "What's your name?" he asked. "Anna," I said. "I'm Leo," he replied. "Nice to meet you." He spoke kindly, like I mattered. We talked for a short time. I felt comfortable and happy. Suddenly, Sarah came and pulled me away. "We need to go," she said coldly. I looked back at Leo. He smiled and said, See you again. That small moment stayed in my heart. A week later, my stepmother said something strange. This time, Anna will wear Sarah's dress. I was shocked. I did not understand her plan, but I had no choice. At the next fair, I wore the beautiful dress. For the first time, people noticed me. They smiled and spoke to me. I felt shy but happy. Then I saw Leo again. He walked toward me with a smile. "You came," he said. We talked again, longer this time. He listened carefully and spoke with respect. I felt safe with him. After that day, we started meeting more often. He was kind and caring. One day, he visited my home. When he saw how I lived, his expression changed. He understood everything without asking. A few days later, something bad happened. My stepmother sent me to the park to collect flowers. The ground was wet, and I slipped. I fell and hurt my leg badly. I could not stand. I felt scared and alone. I called Leo. He came quickly and carried me home. He took care of me for many days. He brought medicine and food. He asked me every day, "Are you okay?" No one had cared for me like this before. Slowly, my father started to notice me. He saw my hard work and my pain. One evening he said, "I am sorry. I did not see everything before." Those words touched my heart. Things started to change. My father supported me more. But my stepmother and Sarah were not happy. One day, my father planned a small family gathering. He invited Leo. At the gathering, everyone was present. My stepmother tried to show Sarah as perfect. But Leo looked at me and said clearly, "I respect Anna. She is kind, strong, and honest. I like her for who she is." The room became silent. For the first time, I felt seen and valued. Months passed. Leo and I grew closer. One evening he said, "Anna, will you marry me?" Tears filled my eyes. "Yes," I answered. We had a simple wedding. It was small, but full of love. My father stood beside me proudly. After marriage, I moved into a new home. It was not big, but it was peaceful. Now, I wake up with a smile. I cook because I want to, not because I must. I study, I learn, and I dream. When I look back, I see how far I have come. Life was not easy, but I stayed strong. I stayed kind. And in the end, life changed.